Guys, good news for international students who want to study in Canada. Finally, IRCC, that is the Immigration Department of Canada, has released that they are going to accept more types of English language test results when it comes to the SDS category, the student direct stream of application for its study permits. Now guys, historically Canada has been infamous for only accepting IELTS exams, and while the other countries like Australia and UK accepted a wide variety of exams. So what really happened is that when people used to give those exams for those countries, they had to take another exam for Canada separately, which was the IELTS Academic or the IELTS General. Now finally, after a lot of discussions, Canada has started accepting this new type of exams, and this is not just one. These are 6 type of exams that Canada will start accepting starting August the 10th of 2023. So guys, this is increasingly important if you want to study in Canada. Please be tuned till the end. My name is Sahil. Guys, welcome back once again. My name is Sahil and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and I practice in Ontario. My office is in Ontario, Canada. If you want to get in touch with us, please feel free to schedule a consultation. The number is on the screen and in the description box. More than happy to speak with you. Before we proceed any further, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon because we talk a lot about Canadian immigration. And if you are an aspirant of moving to Canada, then this is the channel that you must be subscribed to all the time. Now guys, starting August 10th, 2023, Canada has finally started accepting 6 type of English language test results when it comes to the SDS category, the student direct stream category of its study permit applications. Now guys, it has been an ongoing discussion forever that students used to give PT for Australia, maybe TOEFL for UK, and then the similar for US, but those exams were not accepted when it came to SDS category for study permit applications of Canada. Now finally, looks like IRCC has listened to all the students and this was approved a couple of months ago, but after resting, it is finally now active. August the 10th, 2023, Canada will now start accepting 6 types of English language test exams when it comes to the SDS category. Now, the first type of exam is going to be a CELPIP general exam. The second is a CALE exam. Then you have the PT Academic. Then you have TOEFL IBT, which is the internet-based test. You have IELTS General and you have IELTS Academic. You heard that right. All the 6 exams, obviously with certain level of English that we'll just talk about, will be accepted when it comes to being a part of the SDS category of the study permit applications. Now, what is study permit? I will just talk about it shortly. First, let's look at the English language exams and the required results. Now, when it comes to the IELTS Academic, IRCC will accept an average of 6.0 or higher when put all the listening, reading, writing, speaking together, take an average. If it's more than 6, so that means the overall score should be more than 6 when it comes to IELTS Academic. For IELTS General, it still remains at listening 6, reading 6, writing 6 and speaking 6. So that means minimum 6.0 in each of the skills. When it comes to the CELPIP General, the total score is accepted at 7 or higher. The CALE is accepted at 60 or higher, the total score. You have PT Academic sitting at 60 or higher, and then for TOEFL IBT, they are accepting 83 or higher. Guys, the TOEFL IBT exam, the HC internet-based test, that is 83 and more. Guys, the overall for all the exams, there is one thing that you need to know. The exams should not be online only or remotely proctored. They must be done in person and only then it will be accepted at IRCC. So whenever you go and book the test, make sure that you do an in person, not a remotely proctored online test, so that the test is accepted by IRCC when it comes to the SDS category. Guys, overall, I think it's a very, very good news and a good move, a smart move by IRCC. This increases the number of eligible applicants for SDS category. Overall, SDS category is supposedly, having a higher acceptance rate or an approval rate of study visas, mainly because it's a sort of a qualified candidate, situation where a student comes with certain set of documents that are pre-qualified, and then it is easier for IRCC to process them at a faster pace, assuming that the student has a minimum level of credentials that is eligibility for the study permit. Now guys, overall, let's look at what is study, the student direct stream or the SDS category. The student direct stream is only eligible for students from a certain country, which includes India, and the other countries. So the list is there. Now, what the SDS category says is that you need to get a certain set of documents ready if you want to apply for a study permit. You can apply for a study permit without all of those, the heavy documentation, and obviously the approval rate or the speed will be slower. But if you want your application to be much faster and approved from with a higher rate of approval, then SDS is suggested. In terms of the documentation required for an SDS category, a person must be a legal resident of a specified country. The person must be providing a copy of your letter of acceptance that has been issued by a designated learning institution only. Now, this DLI list can be found on the IRCC website, and if you get an LOA from this particular college or a university, you are a part of SDS category. Now, along with this, you need to pay the first year tuition fees all upfront. So if it's a 1 year course, then that means you pay the whole 1 year fees. If it's a 2 year, 3 year or a 5 year course, then you only pay the first year upfront to the college institution directly. Then you need to get a GIC, a guaranteed investment certificate from one of the Canadian banking institutions for $10,000 or more. That is a minimum requirement. You also require, to appear. You're also required to be appearing for an upfront medical exam. That is really important. And then apart from that is obviously the English language test exams, like I told you. All of this put together, obviously the documents are not only going to be limited to this. There are tons of other documents. So obviously, if you put together a good file, a statement of purpose, and a reason to travel to Canada, and a reason to study in Canada, then expect a better result, a better positive outlook towards your application for study. Guys, I hope the news was very helpful, gave you much insights into what is happening in the world of Canadian immigration. If you have anything to discuss with me, if you even want to apply for a study permit or look for college admissions, we would be more than happy to speak with you. Please schedule a consultation, and looking forward to speaking with you soon. Guys, wish you all the best, and I hope to see you soon in Canada. All the best.